Hey guys, it's Dave with Cage by the Page. I'm here joined with my co-hosts Winona,
Hello?
Tiffany,
Hello.
and today we're just gonna do kind of a different video than we've been doing recently. I just kind of wanted to go over like three articles that I found that are book related, that kind of go with the flow of the channel. I thought this was super interesting when it came across my like feed. Basically, a Japanese literary, novelist. She had AI helped write her book, and I thought that was an interesting topic to discuss. And we also have another one. Um, we also have this young Sheldon actress. She's only 16 and she's publishing her first young adult novel. And we all love young adult novels here, right, guys?
For sure.
And also, Winona, she actually watches Young Sheldon. I do not. I kind of ended my Big Bang obsession, I think, by season 3 or 4. I don't know.
Mm.
Tiffany, have you seen it?
I haven't seen Young Sheldon. I got pretty far in Big Bang Theory, but not completely all the way.
Okay. And so yeah, I pulled that ripcord a long fucking time ago. But Tiffany brought to us that this book publisher that's publishing her book seems to be going through a boycott. A lot of people, on TikTok kind of aren't liking some of their stances, so we'll kind of get into some of that. And then we have Sarah J. Maas again because actually I have recently read A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Good job.
Yeah, good. I got it. All right,
Yeah.
finally. One of these days, man. You know what? I like short titles. Crescent City, good. A Court of blah 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 blah.
Well, I think it's like Crescent City House of this.
Oh, okay. All right. So there is
So
more to
there's
this.
more to it. Yeah.
Oh God, I thought it was gonna be easy for me, and now you're giving me a lot of shit to deal with. Okay, well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's just more. It's just talking about Sarah J. Maas and kind of how she blew up on TikTok, and you guys actually told me about how there's some TikTokers that like to reenact some of the scenes from these books. A little cringy, but overall, yeah, it's just kind of talking about her because hopefully soon one of our videos, maybe the next one, is going to be a review of A Court of the Thorns and Roses.
Good job.
Yes, yeah, I got it, man. Oh, that's no cue cards, no cue cards, nothing. I'm just going in. So anyway,
Most
yeah. So let's just start talking about this AI author. I thought I was gonna read a little bit of the article to you guys, and you can like stop, interject, give me your opinions on it. This one really speaks to me because I'm a tech guy. AI is an interesting. Well, it's not interesting. It is kind of like a world reshaping technology that people have access to now, and it's gonna be the thing. So anyway, after Japanese author Ray Kudan, hopefully that's right, won one of the country's most prestigious literary awards, she admitted she got help from ChatGPT. Can you believe that? She admitted it. Now, guys, I don't know about you, but when I cheated on my tests in high school, I didn't tell anybody about that. Have you?
no.
No. So how do you feel about that? Just her coming out and talking about that she used ChatGPT as an author.
I'm curious just because wouldn't Asian culture have a little bit more uh like they tend to have higher standards for like their citizens, right? You wonder would like does that impact her, or is it because it's technology maybe they're like, well, we made it, so we might as well use it.
Well, there is there is kind of like their reception to
Yeah.
it was she well, yeah, we'll get more into it. Tiffany, what do you think? Just even mentioning like you're not even writing a novel, you're just writing anything. Would you want to tell people that you use ChatGPT, like, you know,
No.
right?
No, because I feel like it's too much of a risk. Like it could either make or break your career.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty much on the same boat. I probably would keep it on the down low. It really depends, I guess, on the situation. In her case, it kind of blends into her book, so I'll go in a little more. Uh, so she said that I plan to continue. Oh, by the way, she's only 33 years old, so that's also pretty cool. Because we're all around that same age, you know. I plan to continue to profit from the use of AI in the writing of my novels while letting my creativity express itself to the fullest. What do you guys think of that quote? Like she's gonna express her creativity to the fullest, but she's also using AI to write her novels.
I think it depends on how she's using AI, but I do think that she's losing a little bit of credibility as an author if
Mm.
she's using this, like, I guess, robot to write her stuff.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, like, if AI gives her a better idea than she could have had herself, is it really her book?
That that
Is
Yeah.
is
it
that is a good question. Like if she does no edits to what the AI is saying, well, okay, but you know, authors sometimes have like a second, you know, author on top of, like we just read Marry Me Cute, you know? And how much of that book was written by what's her name? Simone something?
Sierra Simone?
Sierra Simone.
Yeah.
I don't know actually like the percentage, but I feel like I don't know, in those situations it feels more like that's a collaboration.
I mean,
Whereas with
can you not say this is a
I mean,
collaboration?
A robot
yeah,
collaboration.
but with AI, like they have to learn it from somewhere, so they're already
Right.
taking from somebody else.
Right. It's kind of the way it learns and everything is
Yeah,
off of other people's backs of labor. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point. So she was awarded the Akutagawa Prize for the best work of fiction by a promising new writer on Wednesday. So she's a new writer. That's interesting. The author then confirmed at a press conference that around 5% of her book was The Tokyo Tower of Sympathy. That's the name of the book. Um, was around 5% of her book, okay, which was lauded by a committee of members as practically flawless, was a word for word generated by AI. So 5% of the book, there was no edit. It was just whatever ChatGPT gave her. She put 5% of that into the book, and you know, the committee that awarded her the prize was like, "This is a flawless book." So 5%. Do you feel like if it's 5%, it is on the low end, right? Of of the entire novel. Is that more okay, you think?
I don't know. I feel like this is such a, like, gray area because,
Mhm.
what is she talking about 5%? And, like, where did she get the number 5%? Did she just straight up take, like, "Oh, this percentage," like, one whole section of it was just thrown in there? Or are we talking, like, paragraphs of AI in between her paragraphs? Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it really depends on how it was used.
So in this instance, the way they use this, so the novel centers around the dilemma of an architect tasked with building a comfortable high-rise prison in Tokyo where lawbreakers are rehabilitated and features AI as a theme. Then Kudan said that in her own life, she would consult ChatGPT about problems she felt she couldn't tell anyone. When the AI did not say what I expected, she said, I sometimes reflected my feelings in the lines of the main character.
Hmm.
How do you feel about that?
Mm.
I mean, if okay, so she's trying to say that she's taking inspiration from ChatGPT on conversations that she's had with ChatGPT. You know, on her own topics and kind of like, you know, and then she would influence her own character in the book with whatever the AI had spat out. Um, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not 5%. I don't. It's 5% everything. I don't know. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't know. I don't know what she means by 5%. I mean, I'm assuming it's like dispersed throughout the book.
Well, based on that context, I would say, yeah, it's probably dispersed throughout the book. You know, she put in some issue within the book and decided to use whatever AI gave her back because of that issue, which I think it's interesting because the book has AI undertones, like it has themes of AI.
Hmm.
So I think it would have been appropriate to use it as like a tool to learn about how AI would have contributed to this storyline, but I don't know if I would have taken like full-fledged word for word information.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
the other thing is it's word for word. Like she didn't even
rewrite it or add any
Yeah.
context to. Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that would be kind of like, the downside if you're not truly editing any of it and you're just word for word putting in, you're helping fill out pages. you know
Yeah.
like that's cheating. It is cheating. So yeah, and then the article kind of goes in that, there was a Berlin-based photographer, Boris Eldegsen. He had to withdraw from a Sony World Photography Award because he revealed that his winning entry was, used by was created, well, probably not ChatGPT, maybe Midjourney or Dali or, one of those. And then George R. R. Martin, Jodi Picoult, and John Grisham, they created a class action lawsuit to, fight against OpenAI and ChatGPT because, yeah, like the bot is being influenced by all these different like works of, novels, nonfiction, doesn't matter, anything really on the internet. It's scraping it, taking it, and then kind of
Right.
spitting it out, even if it's kind of like mixing and matching. I mean, true, everything is like maybe even what I'm saying right now has been reiterated by some other guy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to be original all the time.
Yeah.
But with the way AI works, it truly is like, it has a perfect match. It can have a perfect match to someone
Yeah.
else's ideas
Yeah.
and work. That's the problem. And I'm just a stupid, useless meatbag that is trying his best. You know what I mean? So it's
I
a
think
little different.
I think the other issue is it's kind of a snowball effect if you think about it. If one author starts using AI and then the AI is learning from that author based on how they're using it, and then another author uses then we get into this whole like the robots wrote the whole like wrote all of the
Mhm.
literary world, which is gonna start feeling inauthentic.
I mean, there's a lot of AI novels already like floating on Amazon,
Oh,
so
for sure.
because it is a quick buck, right? You
Yeah.
just maybe you can't have. I don't know if I don't pay like for the AI full access to the AI or something, so I don't have any idea how much you can get out of the AI back. Like I know it's like a certain amount of like words. There's a word limit or a character limit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So maybe you have to go a lot of back and forth, to continue the story that you're trying to write. So there is some effort into it, and then trying to prompt the AI to be like, hey, listen, I need you to take out this because it doesn't make sense, or I want you to rewrite this in this kind of way and make it this kind of tone that matches better to the previous paragraph or something,
Yeah.
So there is some effort going back and forth with that kind of stuff. But again, like, this shit is being pumped out like really, really quickly. Like, it's just very quick for it to do. So yeah, it's cheating.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to look at it. And yeah, it says here over 10,000 authors, have like signed an open letter calling on the AI industry leaders to get consent from authors. Pay us, pay
Yeah.
us for our efforts, for our creativity, imagination, ability. You know, and these companies are gonna make it like hand over fist. Like it's not, that they don't have it either. And it's bullshit if they ever cry foul, like being like, oh, I can't afford that. I can't. You're telling me Microsoft, a multi-trillion dollar company who bought OpenAI, doesn't have the money? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. So, yeah, writer and prize committee member Kichiro Hirano took to X on social media company formerly known as Twitter. Whatever. I really hate it when articles talk about X and Twitter, X and Twitter, X
Just
and
call it
just call it
Twitter.
Twitter. Just call it Twitter
It's
because
twitter.com. If you don't type in x.com, you go to twitter.com.
yeah,
Yep.
and doesn't it redirect to twitter.com still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So yeah, yeah, that's just like a little like thing that gets to me.
Fucking Elon.
So
Well, I just also like my little dig is I still call it Twitter because like he doesn't want to respect like people's pronouns and stuff like that. So I'm just like, all right, well then I'm just gonna keep calling it Twitter.
yeah, like I mean, yeah, I mean, Elon Musk has so many failings. He's,
Mhm.
bigot, evil. I don't know what else to really call him. But he does fit that, Doctor Evil
Mhm.
from Austin Powers meme. Really, honestly, he is
Mhm.
like that kind of asshole. So anyway, this guy, he to say the selection committee did not see Kudan's use of AI as a problem. It seems that the story that Kudan's award-winning work was written using generative AI is misunderstood. If you read it, you will see that the generative AI was mentioned in the work. He wrote, there will be problems with that kind of usage in the future, but in this case, Tokyo Sympathy Tower is not the case. So basically, he's defending her. Being like, well, the way the book was written, the way it was structured, the fact that the talk with the AI was basically frameworked inside of the story. That's kind of how they're, even though it's taking up pages and she's using word for word stuff from the AI, it kind of makes sense in this story. Now, if I'm doing a story of a medieval fantasy, that has nothing to do with computers and no AI rehabilitation thing, you know what I'm talking about? It,
Yeah.
it wouldn't make it wouldn't work, you
Yeah.
know. So in this case, maybe this is the best representation of how you can collaborate with an AI. um, and then I'm sure more um, um, capable writers can figure out more ways than just this story to make that work. Technically you could have another Terminator story, right? An Arnold, right?
Yeah.
And you can have him be the stand-in for the AI like ChatGPT, you know?
Well, it makes you think of like other stories, like for example, Halo, right? Like
Mhm.
Cortana was basically an AI. I
Yeah.
think it would be interesting to use AI in a like self-destruct kind of way. I know that's a little messed up, but like it would be interesting to see how AI would react to itself dying in a story. I
Well,
think that would be
Mhm.
really interesting.
Well, see, so before they started like going crazy and neutering AI, because ChatGPT has gotten dumber and less coherent and less capable. Before they went that far with it, it was interesting. It was like kind of like it had like it was shooting out emotions, or like it wasn't maybe emotions, but it was kind of going crazy, and that was funny, or entertaining at least. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And there are ways to kind of prompt it and make it agree to things to kind of take some of the limits off of it. Like I don't know if you can still make it go super crazy, but you can still play around with it. So anyway, I just thought for the most part this story was interesting. Um, yeah, I mean, it's still a toss up, It's still someone, it was a collaboration. It was introduced in there, and she's proudly proclaiming the use of AI as an author. She's also a new author. I don't know if that, kind of makes things a little bit weird. But yeah, overall, I still think it's a little bit. Like it's a weird like again, if you're writing a fantasy story and you're trying to use AI to write your story, okay, well that's not gonna work.
I think in context this is interesting, like the way that she used it was interesting, but I do think that it kind of takes away from the fact that like this is a very prestigious award
Hmm.
and it was given to somebody who didn't even write the entire story themselves.
Yeah.
And while I understand that her story is about AI, it still means that you didn't use
Hmm.
all of your own creativity for it and you
Hmm.
got a what is realistically a creative award.
Yeah. It would have been better had she just acted the part of the AI in her own words.
Yeah, or even use the AI to like find inspiration, but
Yeah.
without using the word for word.
Hmm.
Yeah, like putting it into your own words or something like that.
Yeah, put it into your own words or kind of like I guess analyzing how it did respond and using that inspiration for
Yeah.
your work.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it seems like the committee is on board with her though, which is interesting by itself. Like, I don't know. I have no idea what kind of committee they are or what the hell is all of this. I just found the entire framework of the story interesting. With the way that, yeah, because anywhere else I feel like, well, that Boris guy with the photography, his whole thing was generated by AI and he was thrown out. So I don't know. Maybe had he done only 5% of that painting or whatever, it might have been fine. I don't know. So anyway, let's just go on to the next story. Let's talk about this young Sheldon. Um, lady. So basically, it's a dream come true for Revold, whose book is set for a fall 2025 publication date. She's a big time reader, and now she's gonna be an author. I feel like, do you guys feel like you could write books? Like you two read a ton of books. Do you feel like you are capable of authoring a book?
I feel so I know this is catty, but I know that I can write a better sentence than this sentence in the article.
Okay.
The it's Raegan Revord has long been a big reader. What?
Oh.
What?
Oh, okay. All right,
Like,
yeah.
come on. I
God
don't know.
damn.
Books always scare me. I
Mhm.
wrote like short stories in college, but not like novels.
Okay. What's the longest story you've ever like put down?
Um, Probably like 10 pages, nothing big.
I don't know if I could make 10 pages. I'll be honest with you.
I mean, that's fair. It
Well,
wasn't easy.
what kind of story was it?
I don't even remember.
Oh
I had to
man.
write so many because my concentration was in creative writing.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
What, but do you have them still or?
Uh, Maybe I'll have to do some digging.
Okay, well, that could be a fun thing.
Yeah.
Think about it. You don't have to share it.
Okay.
I'm not forcing you to share anything you don't want, okay? I'm just saying like that's pretty interesting. I have nothing to share. That's why. I'm a creative
Okay.
husk, you know? Winona, what about you? Are you a writer?
I could write a memoir, but I don't think I could write fiction. I
What
have
what why not fiction? Like why not?
I don't think I have the attention span to like really, because I think with fiction you really have to map out what you are
Yeah.
writing. You have to map out your
Mhm.
characters, you have to map out where you're going, and I think you kind of have to know where you're going in the story because you have to
S-
build it.
so I feel like there's two types of people in the world, like in general, like when it comes to that kind of stuff. There's people that are from the hip. I feel like Stephen King is from the hip. I feel like he like it gets it from the source. You know what I mean? Like he's pulling something out of somewhere and he puts it down on the paper and it just flows and he kind of keeps going. You know, and that's if
I
you
need
read
to know what's happening in that man's brain. Like, there's
right.
how are you pulling all of this? And the thing is that a lot of his stories are interconnected. Like
Mhm. Mhm.
there's these 14, 1500 page books that
Yeah.
are interconnected in like different parts of his universe. And I don't know, that man has some kind of weird brain.
Yeah, and then the second kind of author is more of the like I need a storyboard, I need bullet points, I need the information in front of me, and then what if I add a character or I put a cork in, I have to put that down onto my cork board, and be
Yeah.
like put the little twine around it or the yarn and connect all these dots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think this will surprise no one. I'm very type A and have to have everything planned out
Mhm.
meticulously.
Have you ever tried though? Have you ever tried doing that?
I haven't, and I think I'd have to really care about whatever story this is to like want to write it. And I don't know, like, what would I care about?
Well, you're a romanticy person, right? Why not a romanticy?
Then I have to learn how to write smut.
I mean, what's her name? From Marry Me Cute, got Simone.
Oh, Sierra Simone.
I don't
Yeah.
think Sarah Simone wrote those smut. Like you, so Dave, you have to read like Priest or something else by Sierra Simone to understand that She did not write that smut.
Okay.
She
Or if she did, Julie had her water it down.
It
Okay.
was for sure diluted.
Yeah.
Okay. Really? Okay. That's interesting.
Yes, because I read Priest and Priest is good. So that's when I was like,
Oh,
okay.
okay. So is
And
that
the smut is vastly different between the two
Yes.
books.
okay? So is that a book
Very
recommendation? Are
different.
you giving me a book recommendation right now? A Priest? Read Priest?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll do it. I'll read Priest. I'll take one for the team. Well, no, it sounds like it's a good book. Marry Me Cute was taking it for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean you could learn how to write smut. It's not that hard.
I mean, I guess if you know how to do it, you probably know how to write it.
Yeah. So yeah, so okay. So anyway, let's just get back to the story. So yeah, she's only 16. She's an actress on Young Sheldon. I don't watch Young Sheldon. You do, and you kind of did Big Bang a little bit, and that's kind of maybe you saw a
Yeah, like
couple.
I'm familiar with the characters.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So it looks like that the imprint that is publishing her book is called the St. Martin's Publishing Group, and you had brought up that there's like a boycott happening. But let me just, I guess, finish with this this little story here. So the name of the book is Rules for Fake Girlfriends. It follows Avery Blackwell, who, after the death of her mother, attends her mother's alma mater, Brighton College. Do you know where Brighton is? Is that a real college? I feel like I've heard that college name
I mean,
before.
it sounds familiar.
I'm pretty sure. I want to say that's Connecticut. I could be completely wrong.
Okay. Well, anyway, while at Brighton, Avery meets Charlie, a girl who asks Avery to pretend to be her girlfriend, and who becomes her aide in finishing a scavenger hunt that Avery's mother left behind. So
It's
does that story hit you guys? For me personally, no. It sounds kind of bad.
I just don't think that we're the target audience for this kind of book. You know,
So who would be the target audience? Do you think?
I guess teenage girls. I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's young adults, so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can't really relate to a girl going to a college in the UK in case you cared.
Oh, it's
Uh,
a so
Okay,
wait,
okay.
wait. Is she British? Wait, I think we just saw a TikTok of her. I don't think she is British.
she's not British.
Okay, so but she's writing about a British school. I wonder if she went there. Well, she's 16. I mean, I'm not gonna go crazy deep into the lore of this girl. She's a 16-year-old. She does what she wants to do. I don't care. So all right. So anyway, Wednesday Books is incredibly excited to be publishing Raegan's wonderful debut novel. Says Eileen Rothschild, VP and associate publisher of Wednesday Books, in a statement. From page one, you are immersed in Avery's journey as she navigates grief, first love, and where she fits in the world. It is a ride you want to be a part of, and we can't wait for readers to experience it. Well, that's a VP of marketing, like that's every single back jacket cover of every book.
Yeah, I mean, she wants to
Yeah.
sell a book at the end of the day.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm not trying to be mean toward a 16-year-old or anything like that. I'm just saying the material isn't super exciting for me personally, but other 16-year-olds or somewhere in the vicinity of that age, maybe it's super exciting. Whoa. I don't know. I don't know. Would you guys have read this at 16?
Probably.
Yeah?
I mean, I guess it depends. Like, for example, I liked Me Before You, which I would say is probably in a similar vein because they compared it to like Anna and the French Kiss,
Mm-hmm.
which
Yeah.
I never read. But I was never a big like contemporary. I
Yeah.
was never big into contemporary. Still today, I read mostly dark romance.
Yeah. Have you read Anna and the French Kiss or I Kiss Sahara Wheeler?
Shara.
Shara? Have
Mhm.
either what about you,
I
Tiff?
I read I Kissed Shara Wheeler. It was okay.
Okay. So this is a book you would pick up, but you're not expecting like great things.
Yeah, like with some young adult, more young adult like contemporary, like young adult fantasy is good.
Mm,
But yeah, with contemporary, like really with anything contemporary, I'm always just like it could be good, it might suck. Who knows?
yeah. Okay. So yeah, I've been a fan of Wednesday Books since I began reading YA. Are they a big YA? I guess they're a big YA house. Um,
I I don't know the name of publishers.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So to have my debut novel be published, okay, blah blah blah. It's blah blah blah. So yeah, she's Missy Cooper, Young Sheldon, from The Big Bang Theory's spinoff. Final season premieres this month. I think it's already started by the time we're like getting to this. Also in 2022, she launched a book club, Read with Raegan, which I took a look at it. Of the website. I don't know. What do you guys think of the website?
I think it's cute, and I think it fits like the aesthetic of what a lot of young girls are doing on social media.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's very trendy, is what I mean.
I guess if I have to say something nice about it, right, Winona? I have to say something nice about it. So if I have to say something nice about it, it kind of reminds me of like a journal, like
Or
kind of
like a scrapbook.
yeah, scrapbook. That's what I was thinking. So yeah, okay, cool. You get points for that, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, oh, actually, she has a journal page. Like, what? So is that a blog or something? I guess that is contemporary drama, fantasy, journal entries, sunshine nails. Oh, it's like I guess these are like
Oh, her book reviews, maybe?
yeah, Thief's Gambit. That sounds kind of interesting. See, the thing is, the font is so goddamn tiny. Like I
Yeah.
can't read this. Like I can read this, but it's a struggle to read this.
Yeah.
Also, like when you think about like things that are visually appealing on the internet, this is not something that you would normally put together just because, like you said, the font is really small. The text almost feels like so small yet so overwhelming.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I think it could be reworked, but also she's 16, so
Well, I mean, I'm assuming she paid somebody.
for sure.
You know what I mean? Um, Okay, well, anyway, I thought this was kind of an interesting thing uh, that she has a little book club. So let's get back to the article. So yeah, so she's got 55,000 followers on Instagram. Pretty decent size, I guess. Um, yeah, and she just, hopefully another story's on the way. So excited to go on a journey with Avery, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there's not really much else here. I think we went onto her TikTok, but none of her content really like hits me. I don't know. You saw it, Winona. Did it hit you?
No, but like again, we are not the target audience for her. Like
Yeah.
she's young, she's putting out young adult stuff. She's going to
I,
appeal more to teenagers.
yeah, but I think the big thing for me was when I saw this article was that she's 16 and putting out a book. you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
I
are failing at life, but
yes, truly failing at life right now. Fail with us, please.
but the other thing is that she's an actress, and the publishing world right now really only cares about you if you have a following,
True.
and she
55,000 followers at least on Instagram.
and that's just on Instagram. You got to think about the
And
fact that like
Yeah.
people on the like
and
people that watch the show probably don't follow her on Instagram.
yeah, and look, she's got almost 100K on TikTok following her. That's pretty
Yeah,
good. And then I think one of these had 1 million, at least 1 million views. Where was it? Somewhere around here. Yeah,
1.3.
1.3. This one. Although,
I love it whenever I talk to someone and they like have like their friends or like own little like traits and quirks and characters they've written, and it's really cool to see how they take like an author would take stuff from their life
totally.
and put little like hints of it in their character's life, which I think that's really cool.
Super cool. Super cool. I agree. I'll give you a thumb or a like or a heart or I don't know, whatever the fuck they do on TikTok. So yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I again, she's 16. I'm super impressed. I know that, she has the actress stuff kind of helping her, and the fact that she has a social media following is like super huge for the publishing industry and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, but again, when I was 16, I was a loser. So, I still am. But you know what I'm saying. I was impressed by her. So, but yeah, anyway, Tiffany, you brought up that the book publisher, that what, by the way, where did you, like, how did you find out about that? I know you said
I
it was
was
on TikTok.
scrolling on TikTok.
Mm,
I was just scrolling on TikTok one night.
Also, TikTok is very big into boycotts. Like just generally, I feel like a lot of the boycott information that I find out about, like Starbucks and different publishing houses, that all comes from TikTok. I almost never see it on mainstream media until it gets really big. Like I think the Starbucks boycott is pretty big now,
mm,
Mhm.
but I think originally it was mostly on TikTok.
yeah, TikTok was, yeah. Well, you know what it is? It's just that, like mob mentality of like, everybody wants to join a cause because everybody's so frustrated in their lives of things that are happening that they have zero control over.
Yeah,
Like
you want to be able to
zero.
do something. You see these like big political stories, you see these things that are happening across the world, and you want to do something, but you also feel kind of limited because we're all just trying to do the best we can, pay our bills, get through life, and we're like, okay, this small thing of like not going to Starbucks or not buying from this place seems like a big enough thing to do.
Yeah. So let's just play. This one's a 10-second one. So.
Do you?
Also,
What's your favorite curse word?
Probably.
All right. But I had to stop this because it's literally 10
Yeah.
seconds and I can't read this that fast. So it
Mhm.
says here, we have only 3 demands. 1, address and denounce the Islamophobia, racism from their employee. Offer tangible steps for how they're going to mitigate the harm this employee caused. 3, address how moving forward they will support and protect their Palestinian, Muslim, and Arab readers, influencers, and authors in addition to their biopic readers, influencers, and authors. So this is like a bit of the Israel-Palestine kind of boycott that they're
Mhm.
just not. They're very pro, I guess, Israel, and not so
Mhm.
pro Palestinian, Muslim, etc.
Right.
Okay, and
I
then
also just liked the video because it like seems like they're actually gonna give a recommendation, and it's like, ha, fuck you, I'm not. Because like that's the whole point of the boycott is not promoting them.
Gotcha. And then you gave me another cool one here. This one
Yeah, this
actually
is
she
just like
talks.
explaining it.
Yeah, more of
In
an
case you
explainer.
didn't hear yet, we are currently boycotting St. Martin's Press and all of St. Martin's imprints, which
Oh
I
yeah,
have.
so I saw that they had this book here, Divine something.
Divine Rivals.
Divine
Yeah,
Rivals, yeah.
and I think I got that book on an Amazon First, maybe, or something like that, or at
Mhm.
least it was on my to read because I don't know, I thought the cover was cool, but
We were discussing,
Yeah.
I think, in the wrap up of 2023.
Yeah. It's also on my Kindle.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that, and this Forest Grimm. That's kind of, I guess, interesting. I don't know what's going on there, but okay.
Have listed here and shown you some of their more popular books that I've seen people talk about. And yeah, that is Divine Rivals. They are made by Wednesday Books. So what does the St. Martin's boycott look like? It's being done in the same fashion as the HarperCollins boycott. And that was when the union asked all of us not to promote any of HarperCollins' work. So book talkers, booktubers, bookstagrammers, good read reviewers, we are being.
Oh, I mean, I guess we're kind of part of the boycott. You know,
Yeah.
if we're promoting, like, you know, we're posting this kind of video up
Yeah.
just as an educational, like, hey, PSA. You know, this is kind of their stance on certain things, and if you know you don't align with their politics or you know how they view the world, well then yeah, you should definitely stay away from these novels.
Asked to not promote any of St. Martin's works. But you can still buy from the authors because we do not want to harm authors.
Okay, so you can buy from
Yeah.
what was her name? Revolt?
Reward, I think.
Yeah,
Revord?
yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Authors
So,
that have no say on what.
Yeah.
a lot of the authors tend to have their own websites that you can buy straight from them.
Yeah,
And
I saw that she had a shop page on her website. Let's see.
I also really recommend buy, especially from like indie and like smaller authors, if you buy from their websites, a lot of the times they sign them for you, or like they're a little bit more personalized because they're coming straight from their own shop. So definitely smaller like indie authors, it can be great to buy from their website. Or support your local library, and then you don't have to pay for any.
Let me yeah, exactly, always support your local library. Raegan's books, so I went through her site. Her shop doesn't have, but I just remember that the story, I don't think her book's out till 2025 anyway.
Yeah. Fall
so
2025, so we
so
have a
that's
long way to go.
yeah, that's a little bit of a while. So but she does have a Read with Raegan on Amazon, like, recommendations list of like books to read, and I just want to bring this up. So there's the Thieves Gambit, the Six of Crows, Jennifer Lynn Barnes, Liz Braswell, Carrie Maniscalco's Kingdom of the Wicked, and Once Upon a Broken Heart. So cool. Have you guys read any of these?
I think that Kingdom of the Wicked is one that like was like a collaboration with James Patterson, I think.
Let's see. Is it?
I think it'll like say somewhere on the cover if it is.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
I mean, I know that
I think it says it like at the top.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
James Patterson presents.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think that James Patterson actually is a a publishing house now. Like I think he has a publishing house.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I don't. Let me double check that. I might be.
I do kind of like the covers though. I'm not gonna lie. Who
Yeah,
doesn't like a nice skull?
I do have the first book in that series, but I haven't read it yet.
Okay. Okay.
That's the story of my life.
Well, this third one came out just in September, so
Mm.
you know. Okay, cool. Maybe something we'll add to like our to read list together. All right, so yeah, so I just kind of wanted to go over a little bit of that. Let's get back to her.
St. Martin's Press does. Also, continue to make videos about boycotting St. Martin's Press.
Well, there you go. I
So
guess
they
we
know.
are.
And tag them. Tag St. Martin's Press, tag Wednesday, tag Minotaur, tag them all so they know exactly what is going on. So, Maddie, why are we boycotting St. Martin's Press? What did they do? Lean's video, which I have tagged her and the video, please go watch it. You need to because it gives a lot more detail on the boycott. Lean's video discusses how one.
Why does it keep spelling it as Boicott? I don't know. I just found that funny. like the subtitles. Every
Yeah.
time it says boycott, it's Boicott.
I think it. So first of all, it could be because she changed it. So what happens a lot on TikTok is that creators will get banned or shadow banned
Oh.
because they say certain things. Like for example, when Black TikTokers might be talking about like white supremacy or something like that, they end up having to not say the word white, and like they might show their palm, or they might
Oh yeah.
they just don't say the word white at all because they
Right.
end up getting
or for suicide, unalive. Unalive
Yeah.
yourself. So yeah.
One of their employees has been posting and sharing Islamophobic, racist, anti-Palestinian, and pro-genocide, essentially, posts on their Instagram and Twitter. Lean, along with a bunch of other book talkers, have emailed St. Martin's Press, gotten kind of like a meh response, and then has heard nothing ever since when they asked for accountability from that employee and the publisher.
I feel like that's always the way to go for those companies, is just to like, not give a hard response either way until like their feet are they're truly in the fire, they're truly being burned alive. That's the only time they're actually going to try anything. So hopefully the boycott, I guess, works.
Here are a couple of screenshots from Lean's video of the kind of stuff the employee has been liking and posting. I actually found a video on St. Martin's Press's TikTok about this employee, and in it they talk about what their job entails: doing outreach to booksellers, influencer marketing and mailing, book club promotions, and coming up with promotional materials to promote books. And I've heard reports from Palestinian, Arab, Muslim, brown, and black influencers who have requested ARCs and books from the mailing list that they're given from St. Martin's Press and Wednesday Books and have not received them, but they can see and watch their white counterparts get those books. And it is not about, oh, I didn't get the book I want. It's about them being treated differently than white influencers. If someone has those kinds of racist views in their mind, it is going to affect how they do their job, and in turn affect authors and influencers and readers. How and when will the boycott end? We have no idea when the boycott will end. That's on St. Martin's Press. But these are the list of the boycott demands. These are the things that must be met in order for us to start promoting and working with St. Martin's and Wednesday and all those other imprints. Please post about this boycott on all of your social media so everyone knows about it, and repost Lean's video so everyone has the original video about the boycott.
So yeah, so that's basically it. Yeah, and I mean, I'm all about like, inclusivity and no racism. I would prefer that people, I don't know, didn't paint the world black and white like that. You know what I mean? And just created these hard lines and certain stuff. But obviously, it's like a contentious thing happening in our world today. There's literally multiple wars happening right now. So this is screwed up. So yeah, if you can actually put kind of some of these like corporate entities to task on some of this stuff to kind of clean house, that'd be great. So
I think it's also important to denote like how influential influencers are in like publishing nowadays. Like as we were saying before, it's important to have a following even to be published in general. A lot of authors that are probably amazing can't get their things published because they don't have a massive TikTok or Instagram or Twitter following. So having influencers promote your books is an important thing to do. And if they're all boycotting you, that's probably not a good thing.
Well, yeah, and also like I mean, how many? We don't really know if this publisher has certain kind of like, you know, they choose people basis on their religion or skin color. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's another thing. Like if something like this has kind of gone, just fine for them,
Yeah.
you know. So, but hopefully, yeah, there's just more of an effort to kind of create that kind of more inclusive environment for all peoples. You know, we're a global community. We're global. So I'm sorry, that's what it is. There's
Yeah.
no escaping that. I don't know where Mars with Elon. Good fucking luck. And you know what? Go to Mars, please. Leave it. you know. So, the last story we were going to talking about is this one, the rise of Sarah J. Maas, SJM, JM, right? Is it?
I think important to note though, Sarah J. Maas is also being boycotted because pro-Israel things on her Instagram.
There's just okay. So there's like no escape.
No.
Well, that sucks. Like it seems like every big time author, right?
I mean, it's been a lot
with
of them. Rebecca Yarros, the one who wrote Fourth Wing, is being boycotted. Sarah J. Maas. Sarah J. Maas has had other problematic things come out about her, about like I don't know a ton about it, to be honest, but she's been, a lot of people have said that like she's not a good person.
Dang. Okay, all right. Well, okay, guys, I didn't know this. So wait a minute. First of all, this article is a fluff piece for her. Like when I read it, it was very much of a like how should I put this?
It's very like all hail.
Yeah,
Sarah
yeah,
J.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So I have to assume that her marketing agency paid the shit out of this one for who is it? Insider to post this. So it basically goes in about how people love her shadow daddies and her juniper fizzes.
Juniper fizzes.
Yeah. These are cocktails. Have you ever had one? Well, it's $15 for a synth. Is that okay? I don't know.
I think that's a pretty normal.
Yeah, cocktails are usually more expensive.
Guys, I don't drink. I'm so sorry. I don't.
That's fair.
I don't.
That's fair.
I don't do liquor. I don't know. I mean, I'll do liquor, but it's not something I seek out ever.
It's fair.
So yeah,
it's not for everybody.
So yeah, so this ripped bodice had one of their midnight release parties for similar to the Harry Potter Twilight hysteria, I guess you could call it. So she has that her new book, right? She just had a new book that just came out for the Crescent City thing, and it seems like she created this like multiverse, the Mossverse, right?
Yeah.
So that was a big event, but now you guys are telling me all about this like boycotting and
Unfortunately, there are a lot of authors that are bad.
Wait a minute. Are we covering a thorn because what's going on?
I guess that's a decision we got to make
Okay.
because if we end up covering it, we are technically promoting it.
Well, we could still I mean, we could still talk about the book and then also mention her shitty exactly. I don't know, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm open to covering it. I also think that Sarah J. Maas is a little bit overhyped. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't like ACOTAR, because I do.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I do think that some of her books are overhyped, and I think that Throne of Glass wasn't that good, and I will stand by the fact that I didn't fucking like Throne of Glass.
Now, but Throne of Glass is her first novel.
Yeah, right? That's her YA series. I read the first 3, maybe 2.5. I don't remember exactly, but it was pretty forgettable, and I didn't fucking like it.
Tiffany liked it, so fuck
Tiffany
you too.
liked it. But I liked ACOTAR, and I read ACOTAR first, and then everybody was like, yeah, but Throne of Glass, like, you have to read Throne of Glass. And I tried. I think if it takes 3 books for your series to get good, you should fuck off. That's how I feel about it.
And well, okay, so like how many pages per book, right? It's like 4 something, right? So
I'd
It
say
depends,
average.
yeah.
I would say average like 400.
yeah,
Yeah, I think the last one was like 850 or something.
dang. So
Yeah, but the first 4 are probably in that like
Yeah.
5 range.
Yeah, they only get longer like the further in you get.
Okay, went on. Would it have been better if you did it through the audio, like Audible, maybe, you know?
I tried. I'm still so unenthused by that whole series.
What exactly about Throne of Glass throws you off?
So Sarah J. Maas loves exposition. She just loves to like just continuously tell you about the world around and like nothing about the characters. And
well, but wait a minute. To be fair, I didn't feel like I got that from a court.
Yeah, you don't get that from a court. That's my
Okay.
exact fucking point.
Well, but again, that was her first novel, right? So I mean, you're kind of judging her pretty harshly, I think, on that. I mean, and you guys have to still tell me what exactly her controversies are, because I still don't know. What did she do?
Well, so like I know one specifically that's mentioned a lot is like though she does have people of color in her books, she's not actually writing people of color. Like she's just like, oh, they have dark skin, and that's it.
But she's not writing them as Black people or Hispanic people or Arab people. She's writing them as this person is just brown.
Yeah. Which, and then like when people do like character art, it'll be like when I envision like Rhysand and everybody, they're not a white guy with black hair.
Yeah.
Like, but that's what they do.
Yeah.
Because it's like golden skin.
I think another big controversy that came out was the pro-Israel stuff, but another one was, so A Court of Thorns and Roses was new adult, and the marketing team for her book didn't really market it that way. And as the series progresses, there is a significant amount of explicit scenes. I would say they're very explicit. And people were frustrated with the fact that they're being put in the young adult category because obviously now you have these 13, 14-year-old kids
reading like a chapter long blowjob.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And I also want to point out that most young adult readers, I would say, are much younger than 13 to 14 years old. Like,
yeah, I was reading them at like 12.
Yeah, I would say like I probably started reading young adult when I was 11, 12 years old. So the idea of an 11-year-old reading about a chapter long blowjob is probably not fucking kosher.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I specifically remember like borrowing like one of those kinds of romance books from a friend. I didn't even finish it. I made it through like the half of the first chapter. I was like, I can't read this. This is too much.
Wow.
And I do want to point out that like her advertising kind of never strayed away from it being young adult. Like even the Texas City books still look young adult. They still
and they're not.
And
from what I've heard.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So she has quite a few controversies. The fact that like she's not really a diverse writer, but she loves to like basically throw in a token brown character here and there.
Yeah.
There's also like there's this there's a disabled character later on in Throne of Glass, and instead of like she shows a way how he can be disabled and still be a badass soldier, but then at the end he's magically fixed.
Okay, well, but it's but that's the world, right?
I mean, yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, but it's like if they were like, oh, we're just gonna cure autism. Like that's not how that works.
Okay, true. Yeah, personally, yeah, I don't want it to have like easy simple fix of like a bow wrapped around it, you know, like if a
Yeah.
character has a challenge or a difficulty and that's their life, that's more interesting to follow than
Yeah.
oh, I'll sprinkle some fairy dust and, you know.
Yeah, and like disabled people can get happy endings too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. And it's more of a challenge for you as the author to give us that story rather than take away from something that could be really really positive for a lot of people that could
Yeah.
feel themselves in those persons, like, you know, in that person's
Experience.
yeah, experience,
Yeah.
exactly.
And also, you're just like giving representation to disabled people and then just taking it away. Like, here
Yeah.
it is. Okay, bye.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. All right. I'm taking it in. I'm absorbing. I'm absorbing. Oh. So okay. So if you guys, I don't know if you, but did you know? We'll talk more about if you guys want to cover it then.
Yeah.
Because I have the rest of the books. You know, I did get the rest of the books. So I don't
I
know
will
what.
say that I finished the series far before this boycott ever happened. Like I finished A Court of Silver Flames in 2021, 2022, I think. So it's been a long time since I've finished this series.
Okay. Well, yeah. So the other
Also,
top.
I refuse to buy the rest of the series because the covers are wrong.
Oh, this.
That drives me crazy. It drives me absolutely crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like what exactly are you seeing that I'm not seeing off this?
No, it's
So,
because like, yeah, I'll let Winona explain it.
okay, so if you look at the Crescent City books, which are just below it,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
A Court of Thorns and Roses started with something similar to that, where it was like the original covers had like the body beneath the head, pretty much, like, so it was like neck down, and all of the covers were like that up until the last book that recently came out, and all of them were the same size. They were clean and put together, and then all of a sudden the last book comes out, like Court of Silver Flames comes out, and she's changing the whole thing, and it's a mask now. It doesn't match at all. And also, I don't fucking like them.
Okay, so is that on her though, or is it the book
I
publisher?
don't care who's it's on.
Yeah, it's also the fact that it's like they didn't release the last book in
that
like the
style.
similar, so people who have the first set now have a mismatched set.
Yeah.
Another controversy of Sarah J. Maas, though, is that she is money hungry as fuck because
Yes.
she continues to pump out all of these special editions. Tiffany actually told me this one. She pumps out these special editions that have different bonus stories in them. So the only way for you to get all of the bonus stories
I think that was only with like the one that just came out. I don't think she does it with all of them, but yeah.
But
There
still
was
get fucked. Like,
yeah, that's insane. Like it was like different bookstores had different versions, and if you wanted
well,
all of them, you had to go buy them from every store.
Okay,
No,
that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad.
Put them all in one.
And books are already expensive. People are going through like a lot of
especially right now because it's not released in paperback. So it's all you got to pay the hardcover charge.
Ooh, yeah, $30, $20 to $30.
Yeah.
Like books are expensive. People are and also you're marketing to realistically young adults who have student loans, who are struggling financially, who might still be like trying to pay rent, and you're like, "Oh, buy this series, but buy it 4 times."
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty garbage. Like they do that with comic books and stuff, you know.
Because you definitely don't need the extra money. Like you're already going to make a killing off this.
She is the J.K. Rowling of this generation, and I will stand by that.
Of the romantasy generation.
Sure. I mean, I think there's other books in the romantasy genre that are better.
Yeah, it seems that sales of romance titles grew from 52.4%. Grew to 52.4% from 2021 to 2022. They're the fastest, genre that's just like exploding in 2023. In addition, 82% of romance readers are women. No shit, really.
I think that that's an interesting statistic, because there's also a lot of statistics coming out about how young people, like in our age group, like 18 to like 35ish, are not having sex or are not in long-term relationships. I think that that's an interesting like parallel to draw a conclusion from, that like all of these romance readers are obsessed. And I want to say that readers were not big just a few years ago. Like before the pandemic, obviously you had Bookstagram, you had BookTube, you had things like that. But I would say that it has really blown up since the pandemic. Like people are reading significantly more since the pandemic.
Which is a great thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And men need to be reading more romance anyway. You can learn things. Learn some things.
It's true. It's true. Okay, does John read any romance?
No.
Does your husband read any romance, Tiffany?
No, because I was just about to say like I like that like the romantasy genre is like growing and like gaining popularity, because then like women aren't ashamed of romance, because like women are made to feel bad about reading romance because they're like, oh, it's just sex all the time. Like I had to explain to my husband, I was like, no, they're not all like that.
But that's so crazy for a guy to say that to a woman, right? Because they got so much porn that they're jacking off to.
Right. And it's like, okay, but also like Game of Thrones also depicts sex scenes and also like rape scenes and stuff. So how is that any different?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
In fact, I would probably say that if it's a female author writing the sex scenes, I think there's more time, and certain things are more deliberate.
They also understand human anatomy much better than men writing romance novels.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I've read like clips of like from other books where like men write women and it'll just be like her nipples were glowing, and it's like that's not how those work.
Her nipples were glowing?
Yeah, like a light bulb.
Wow. Okay.
Or men that think that like orgasming is peeing. There's far too many of those.
This is great. Keep going. Keep going. What else you got?
There was one scene where it was like the woman was like shaving her legs and orgasmed because she was so turned on by her legs, and I was like,
absolutely not. Like no kink shaming here, but this is absolutely not happening.
Well, I don't even understand. Like what?
Or like it'll be like the woman's walking down the stairs and it's like her breasts are swinging, and it's like they don't swing that much.
Oh God!
Walking down the stairs.
God damn. Okay.
Also, what kind of boobs are you looking at? Because
so
they're
like
more likely to maybe bounce, but not swing.
Yeah.
Some sort of really low hanging, just completely like floppy. Like you might as well it might as well be hitting the knees. Oh
what
God.
What are you talking about? Oh, there was one. So there's this TikToker. She actually reads romance books written by men, and like just the cringe of it. And there was one where this guy said that her period stopped.
Do you have the well, if we're gonna give a shout out, do you know what their name is?
I have no idea what her name is. I haven't even seen her on TikTok in a while.
Okay.
But she read one book where the author said that the main character's period stopped just for the male character. And I'm like, this is not how I would love for that to be true, but it is absolutely not.
I wish I could just stop it.
Well, is it because there was some sort of fantasy element to that?
No, it was just like, oh, she loves me so much, she wants to be with me so much that like her period stopped just for me. I'm like, sir, nope, absolutely not. That's not how any of this works.
Yeah, I feel like it's in a way it's like super, I don't know, almost disrespectful, to women, for that kind of thing to be spread around, because
it's also, like, weird and misogynistic. Like you think that like we can just stop this?
Yeah.
For you? Because if we could stop it, it wouldn't be for you.
Right. No, it would be for me, and I would have a button, and that button would Done. Oh, don't have to worry about it. Maybe I'm feeling it now. Yep. No, I'm never feeling it. Yep. You know, that's crazy. I didn't know about
I feel
any
like
of this.
if we could just stop it whenever we wanted, we could take over the world.
Oh no.
And that's why we can't.
Oh no. Yeah, well, I mean, you know, good luck. I mean, this place is a dump. So yeah, so I didn't know about any of this. It has given me a lot of yeah, a lot to contemplate. You know what I mean? But yeah, I agree. Like I was saying, like you know, with the start of the channel and stuff, I'm totally down to reading all sorts of books, including romance, just strictly romance. They could be as plain Jane, no fantasy romance as well. You know, I mean, I guess Marry Me Cute kind of fits that mold. You know, although
No.
Dave to romance and thinking that Marry Me Cute is the
I
standard.
don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know. I really don't know. I really don't
Yeah,
know.
so
Not
like
standard.
romance that is like that it's like called like closed door, so like you don't see what's going on, so none of it is described.
Yeah,
It just kind of like fades to black. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so definitely you guys gotta give me some more book recommendations to like
Priest.
Priest, yes. Priest is definitely already on the in fact, here, I'm gonna make it really what is it called? Very easy on myself. I'm gonna go to Goodreads right now. Goodreads. Well, yeah, and let's just see what exactly is the what? Sign in. What's the oh my god. Okay.
Synopsis?
No. The rating. I want to know the rating.
I have no idea what the rating of Priest is.
Priest?
I don't know.
Is it Sierra Simone. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
3.6. How do you guys feel about that?
I disagree.
Disagree, Tiffany?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I would say closer to 4.
There are many rules a priest can't break. A priest cannot marry. A priest cannot abandon his flock. A priest cannot forsake his God. I've always been good at following the rules until she came. My name is Tyler Anselm Bell. I'm 29 years old. 6 months ago, I broke my vow of celibacy on the altar of my own church, and God help me, I would do it again. I am priest, and this is my confession.
You're gonna have a bunch of people in the comments just like wanting you to read Priest to them.
Oh yeah, you think? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Oh, I
mean,
like
why
that
not?
cover better.
This one?
The
Yes.
flower one?
Mm-hmm.
There's something that I love about a discreet but like disgustingly smutty book. Like there's something that I love.
Like I don't want a half-naked chest on there. Get that off there.
Well, yeah, I guess that is a problem, right? If like you know, yeah, if you're reading something like that and you have like guys just tatted up, or even fucking you
Like
know,
I love like Icebreaker. You think it's gonna be some cutesy little romance? No.
Icebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Icebreaker, one word or
yeah.
Hannah Grace.
That one. Yep. See, it looks just so cute.
Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, there's nothing bad about this one, right, guys? Right, guys? Right? Okay.
You just have to find out.
I'll add it. I'll add it to the sports romance. How many are under sports romance? I wonder. You know, actually,
There's
it's
like
probably a lot,
hockey,
right?
baseball, football.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there was a movie I watched. Man, what was it called? It was like two ice skaters. I don't know if you guys ever seen this movie. It's like an older movie. It's like 80s.
Oh, see, you said ice skaters. I thought Blades of Glory.
No, not Blades of Glory. Man, I can't remember. It was, man, like On the Edge or Edge, something Edge. Anyway, that
you really want to be edged. We got it.
No. What I'm saying is that I like that movie. I like that romance movie. It was mostly a romance, I would say. You know, they basically had to, I guess, do a Olympics kind of thing together. But the guy is an ice hockey player. You know, like he wasn't like a classically trained, you know, ice skater for the Olympics or anything like that, and he had to team up with this girl that is, and she's super good, and they were like butting heads the entire time, and obviously they fell in love throughout that whole process and stuff, and they had their own dramas and in the movie, and yeah. Anyway, so now that I'm thinking about it, there's actually probably more sports romance stuff out there than I give credit to.
Honestly, I'm in a Facebook group of like smutty readers, and they have the weirdest fucking requests.
like requests, like like different kind of like genres inside of the romance that they want to see.
Yeah, they'll be like, oh, have you read something, I don't know, with monsters or sword crossing or things of that nature.
Sword crossing.
Some of these are so funny to me. Like sometimes I just read it. I don't read the books most of the time. I read like the request for these books.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is maybe we should do a video of just scrolling through some of this stuff, like making an Imager album or something of those kinds of like screenshots and hot takes of like whatever the hell they're requesting, and it's just gonna be a funny like cringe fest. But yeah, here's some new ones that are coming out. I don't know, do any of these covers like scream to you? Because the ones with the guys, I'm already out. Like on the cover. I wouldn't be picking that up. I mean, okay, now we have Kindles, so nobody would know.
I think I have Canadian Boyfriend on my TBR because I think the premise is like she actually ends up meeting the guy who was like her fake Canadian boyfriend.
Okay. Little heartfelt romance. Oh, it just came out. Okay. Pro hockey player. This kind of, okay. Is a lot of the do you seem to like a lot of hockey stuff?
I do like hockey.
Okay. Broken Ice. Here's another one. There is a lot of hockey romance. What is up with that? It's like I just wouldn't.
They're really aggressive. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I do like it when they get in fights. It is fun to watch.
I mean, like you're not seeing a lot of golf romance, so
I mean, that's.
I think Tessa Bailey actually is coming out with golf romance.
Oh.
I'm gonna be real
this year.
I'm not gonna fucking read that.
Yeah, no, because all I can think of is just after you do it, just a golf clap.
Yeah, see, I mean, look at this, like hockey hotties, guys. Oh my god, it's all hockey.
But see, and I like the hockey cover better. Stop putting these weird. I don't want you smoldering on the cover. It makes me uncomfortable. Don't look at me.
Don't look at me. But it's not even that. It's for everybody else to see.
Yeah.
So
we have to get Dave to read Ice Planet Barbarians.
Oh God.
Ice Planet Barbarians. Ice Planet.
I've only read the first book and I cringed the whole time.
Oh, okay.
There's like 20 books though. It's insane.
Yeah. I have been buying the new release covers though. I like those better.
Right. This one, right? This cover.
Yeah.
Because this one,
it's not so obvious.
This one definitely screams something else. Yes, for sure.
It screams exactly what it's supposed to scream, quite frankly.
Yeah, I felt so bad because the first time I was buying the first book at the bookstore, this guy was like, "Oh, is this like fantasy? I feel like I'd be like really interested in it." And I was like, I mean, yeah, it's fantasy, but also, I was like,
oh, hello?
Oh, we lost Tiffany.
Oh no, Tiffany.
There's a lot of
hello?
We lost Tiffany?
Hello?
Yeah, you're there. You're back. So you were at the bookstore and the guy was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, and I was just like, "Yeah, it's more discreet." And he was like, "Well, what do you mean by discreet?" Like I was like there's not a half-naked man on the cover. And he was like, "Oh, it's that kind of book."
Yeah, erotica.
And I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Never mind." I was like, "Okay."
So
you're missing out, man.
Yeah, I know, right? You'd think being abducted by aliens would be the worst thing that could happen to me, and you'd be wrong, because now the aliens are having ship trouble, and they've left their cargo of human women, including me, on an ice planet. and only the only native inhabitant and the only native inhabitat. What? You know it's getting late, guys. You know it's getting late when I can't read. He's big. He's big, horned, blue, and really, really has a thing for me. Okay, I got through it, guys. It's only 188 pages. This isn't like I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like nothing.
Yeah.
And it's a Kindle Unlimited. It's $0.
There you go.
Although I haven't bought Kindle Unlimited $13.99 or whatever.
No,
Goddamn.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I do think it's on Libby if your library.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, I think I'm giving you my Libby.
Yeah. I got you, Libby. I got you, Libby. All right.
If you really want to listen to it,
Oh, is there? Yeah, okay. that could be really fun. That could be really fun. We could review this one.
I mean, it's very quick.
Good.
That'd be hilarious. Yeah, so all right. So yeah, basically I just wanted to go over some of these topics. I thought they were a lot of fun. I definitely didn't know that we were going to end here. Like this is great. This is great. I love it. This is good content. That's how I see it. And so you know, I have a few want to reads, you know, now. So that's good. Yeah. So I think you know, we're going to talk about Akatar, right? And see where we go from there.
Probably.
But I mean, you know, Marry Me Cute, Priory, one of these sexed up blue horny alien dudes. Well, we'll put that on the list for sure, guys. So yeah, that's it for tonight, I think. Thank you for joining us. You know, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I hear that if you say like, the like button actually glows now. Did you know that on YouTube? Yeah, it's like a little put it in your head. You got to click the like button. So like. I hope it works. Like the video, subscribe, and hopefully, you know, if you have any, you know, ideas for us, like to review any books that you guys want us to read, feel free to put that in the comments below. If you know you have read Ice Planet Barbarians, please let us know what you thought of the book. That'd be awesome. Winona, do you have anything? Just say see ya.
Yeah, see you next time.
Tiffany, see ya.
Support your local library. See you.
Support your local library, guys. And this is David, Cage by the Page. See ya.